All right, good evening from Corpus Christi, Texas, as we bring you the makeup game of July 3rd here in our broadcast. Well, we now send it down to John Baker as he brings it to us. Take it away, John. Well, thank you, Bob, and hello, everybody. It's good to see y'all once again, and so far, boy, what a night it was last night, July 3rd. We got rained out, the bottom of 4, and now the top of the 5th inning. We are going to have the rest of this game to determine a winner. And so far, we are just super excited here in this one. Well, we'll play our remaining 5 innings, and then 7:05, we will get ready for the next game coming up. And we are just super excited that we are here in Corpus Christi, Texas, to finish off the remainder of the suspended game from San Antonio. That was the third of that 3-game set. We are here to conclude the 3 games, and then we are off in Corpus Christi to continue the remainder of the weekend here in Corpus Christi. Well, anyway, joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. Bob, was a rainy light, whoops, just one of them days where I'm literally stuttering. But anyway, Bob, good to see you again, and so far, we are happy that you are here with us. Yeah, I gotta say, John, what a night it's been. The rain was coming down hard, top of the 5th inning, and we really had it going in that one. Yeah, I gotta say, Bob, it was coming down heavy. Fans went home, and so far we are giving everybody free tickets to that game in San Antonio when we start the second half on Friday, July 18th. Starting a leadoff 3 against Amarillo, which that will be pretty good. And so far, we are going to have a pretty good second half. Even though baseball season is just a few months from winding down, and we will unveil the 2026 baseball schedule, and likes of which that is going to be a really fun deal. Well, anyway, the umpire's now coming out now as we are about ready to go. We are top of the 5th inning against the start of the 5th for San Antonio, and Corpus Christi will get the bottom of the 5th inning to get her going. Well, anyway, good to have y'all with us here today on this 4th of July afternoon, and gotta say, makeup day today, as we will determine who wins in this one. Well, Corpus Christi up 3-2, as we are the top of the 5th inning, set to go right now, and both managers coming out from the dugout as we get this one about ready to continue onward. Anyway, just glad that y'all are here with us on this 4th of July. God bless America and our people that help make it safe, and including the Commander-in-Chief like President Donald J. in office, our republic, and those that make it free and continuously to make it nice and free for everybody. America is a bright future for us as we see it to be free and to always, boy, hopefully just say, make it great again, and we always will. Yeah, John, I gotta say, it is great again, and we're just happy that we are making it great again, and we will always be there. And I mean, all of us, we know what our military did. They have lost so many lives in the field of battle, and we honor the sacrifice of the fallen, those that have died, and those that are currently serving, like your friend Duncan from Muskogee, Oklahoma. And so far, your grandpa, he was a Marine, and he was gone for 6 years, and to this day we miss him and thank him for his service as being a part of the United States Marines. And so far, we honor those that have fallen, and we are just glad that we have those that serve our great branches of military. We thank the U.S. Marines, the Coast Guard, the U.S. Army, and the Navy, and so forwardly, all the other branches out there. Our police, our firefighters, our medics, our first responders, everybody, we thank y'all for your service. And so far to our military, come on in and have a ball game on us tonight if you so wish to have. So we are just super excited that you are here. And for us here in Corpus Christi, it is going to be a great thing that we are going to do that, and just a pretty good thing. Yeah, it is, Bob. And, thank you, Bob, for sharing. And so far, we're about set to go for the top of the fifth. And yes, San Antonio gets the bat first. Corpus Christi will get their home side. And so far, it will be like this for at least the next 3 games. And then it's off to Wichita after that. And so far, pretty good on that as well. Well, anyway, we are going to be right back from our proud sponsors of the Whataburger. They serve Corpus Christi for a big long time, up to 75 years, since 1950. And yep, going to be a pretty good day. Happy Independence Day to everybody, and to our fans, and to everybody that is here right now. We thank y'all for coming into our ball game and broadcast here in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. So far, going to be a nice evening, but evidently cloudy skies with temperatures up by 80 degrees. In the first pitch of our makeup game of July 3rd, Corpus Christi 3, San Antonio 2, top of the 5th inning, as San Antonio will bat first for the visiting side. Corpus Christi will have the bottom half of the 5th to get going. But anyway, after the final 5 innings of the makeup game, we are going to our regular game. We'll have 9 innings on that one. And after the game, sit back, relax, enjoy the best fireworks show, courtesy of our friends at Whataburger. We got our proud sponsors in San Antonio watching West Creek Trail Rides. Come visit us there at West Creek, because you'll be glad you did, because serenity and horseback riding is the best thing in the world, as it'll be the absolute painkiller, if you're dealing with stress or anything else like that. Just come on out to West Creek and commune with nature. West Creek is off of 1604 151 Wiseman Road there in San Antonio, and it is a great place. I've been there almost 2 years, and they will always be our proud sponsor of our San Antonio missions. Well, so far, pretty good as we get ready to go. Corpus Christi now getting set. San Antonio about ready to bat first, top of the 5th inning for the missions, as we trail a 1-run ball game against Corpus Christi. And so far, we're just about set to go for our national anthem. And will be underway for the top of the fifth inning for San Antonio in this one. Well, we will be right back as we get things started, and I got to say, we will be in Corpus Christi till Sunday, and then we are headed back to San Antonio. Ben Gelman will be in Wichita, so we told him that we'll do the rest of this week's series, and he said, yeah, okay, well, all right, well, I'll go up in Wichita, and we'll let him do the 6 games to close out the first half, and then we are back for 9 straight games. Right after that in San Antonio, we take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles and the Midland Rockhounds, and then it is off to Frisco, and then we are back home taking on Springfield. We're off on the road trip. Road trip, where did that come from? We're off on the road trip to Tulsa after that. We go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on the Tulsa Drillers, and then we are back home to take on Amarillo for 6. Now, it will be the last 6 games against those 2 ball clubs. And then we are off to Frisco. And then we're back home to take on our last 6-game regular season there in San Antonio, versing off Corpus Christi. And then we are ready to go back on the road one more time in the season. We're up in Springfield, Missouri, to take on the St. Louis Cardinals affiliation of the Springfield Cardinals. And so far, pretty good on that one. Well, anyway, going to be a pretty good top of the 5th inning. We are set to go. And yes, wished we would have been in San Antonio for the rest of that game. But anyway, tonight we're here in Corpus Christi as we get set to go for the makeup game, and then 3 games left in this series. We're going to spend the weekend here, and then after Sunday's game, we'll head directly to Wichita. But evidently, Ben Gelman will be the one in the booth, and we will be watching him and how he does, and so far, he'll get ready to wrap up. All right, here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Here is Ethan Salas as he gets ready to go. And the pitch. And that's a strike inside, and the count now at 0-1. So pretty good here in this ball game as we get set to go. And the pitch down and in for a cold strike. It's 0-2. Corpus Christi 3, San Antonio 2. Top of the 5th inning. And we're going to see who is going to be the winner of this makeup game. Evidently, with being rained out yesterday, waited 2 hours till a decision was made. And that right there was out number 1. And so far, that will be the out. Center fielder Joshua Mears 0 for 1 a walk. The last time up in the ball game. And a pitch. That one's going to be high fly in the air up to right field. And that will bounce the wall. And that is a foul. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that's going to be lined high in the air up to right field. And there's 2 down.
The first baseman, number 6, Marcos Castañon.
Well, that'll bring up Marcos Castañon. A walk last time is 0 for 1 in the ball game, and pretty much all good on that. Here's the pitch, and that's an outside ball, and the count now 1-0. Castañon is 0 for 1. And he'll take a strike inside. The count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is outside. The count now 2-1. Frisco and Arkansas will start in just a little bit. Midland at Amarillo, Tulsa and Wichita, Springfield at Northwest Arkansas. Game 2 against San Antonio and Corpus Christi goes at 7 o'clock this evening. Here's the 2-2. That one has skied high in the air, deep to center field, and that is the third and final out. So nothing doing here for San Antonio. We head now to the bottom of 5. Corpus Christi still leading this game 3-2. Daniel Smith and Deming lead it off. Bottom of 5 for Corpus Christi when we come back. You're listening to Hooks Baseball here in South Texas, and we'll be right back. Bottom of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Zach Daniels coming in as we're set to go. But anyway, we are going to use a new arm on for San Antonio. That is Omar Cruz. He gets the pitch for San Antonio. Four-seam curveball and a changeup, two-seam fastball. So, yep, he got pretty much come in relief as he will verse off Zach Daniels. Daniels coming in, ready to go, takes an inside strike. The count now 0-1. Corpus Christi 3, San Antonio 2. Bottom of 5 here in this one. That is down and in. And the change up the count now 1-1. Makeup game that was rained out in San Antonio last night. Evidently we will be here and so far just rain like crazy today. Cloudy skies for Corpus Christi and a lot of rain for the heart of Texas like Brady, Mason, and those other towns out there just north of San Antonio. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zach Daniels. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. And there is one down with Daniels retired.
Now batting, third baseman, Cam.
That'll bring up the Corpus Christi third baseman, Cam Smith, as he comes in and is ready to go. Here's the pitch. That's going to be right there. Line drive. That is up the left field. A base hit. And pretty good on that. And that's going to bring in a 1-out double. And so far, pretty good on that as well. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right there. That's a pretty good line drive double. And so far, still a pretty good time to get in. That's a ground ball to short. Leo Dallas DeVries will give it to Castañon, and that is 2 down.
The center fielder,
so
6.
a wasted RBI opportunity right there as he comes out. And here is center fielder Zach Cole. Cole coming in, ready to go, and the pitch. That's an inside strike. The count now 0-1. Game 2, 7:05 this evening. So plenty of time to get something going and get tonight's game underway, ready to go in a different broadcast. No balls, 2 strikes to Cole. And here's the pitch. And line drive foul. And still holding 0-2. Frisco at Arkansas, Midland, Amarillo, Tulsa, Wichita, and Springfield and Northwest Arkansas converge play in just a little bit. So pretty good right there. That is going to be high fly in the air left field. Fabian can't get there, and that's going to get down for a base hit. The run is in to score, And Corpus Christi has a 2-run lead against San Antonio. It is now 4-2 after a RBI double by Zach Cole. So pretty good right there, Bob. There, I got to say, John, absolutely right. There's a pretty good line drive up to left field for that base hit. Then that'll bring up Chase Jaworski. That's right, Bob, and that's going to be an inside strike at the count now. 0-1 to him as he comes in. He was a walk and a run, is 0 for 1 by Jaworski. So far, a pretty good one here today as we'll finish up our last few innings. What we should have done in San Antonio, but with all that rain we got, that was just something else. I mean, top of the 5th inning, boy, coming down hard last night. And that's going to be the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First time ever coming up to Bayfront Park to finish off a weekend series. And that'd be pretty good. That one high in the air, up to left field. Fabian will make the play. And with that, the side is retired. But Zach Cole gets the RBI double, and they'll put another run on the board for Corpus Christi. And it's on now to the 6th inning. And Corpus Christi leading this game 4-2. We'll have a left-hander coming in for the Hooks as he'll get ready to go in this ball game, ready to face off the top of the 6th. About set to go for the top of the sixth inning right here for the Hooks Baseball Network.
Number 70.
Well, here's a left-hander, Blake Wyman, getting the call for Corpus Christi.
Leading off for
As
San
we are
Antonio,
starting
right
at the
fielder,
top of the
number
sixth
7.
inning for San Antonio. Here is right fielder Jacob Campbell. Campbell coming in, the wind of stretch. That one is a high pop-up, straight away up to right field. And that is out number 1. Corpus Christi 4, San Antonio 2. Top of the 6th here in beautiful Corpus Christi. Designated hitter Cole Roederer. Final couple of times seeing the home ballpark that the Hooks play in. Ulola and Van Way, 2 right-handers, getting loose in the bullpen. Well, so far, just a pretty good time. Cloudy skies on this evening, and so far, it'll be cloudy throughout the night with rain chances coming back. Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be a liner straight away. That is high. That is deep right there to right field, caught on the warning track. And that is out number 2.
Third baseman,
Roederer not happy about that. Thought it would be a home run, but instead he stands corrected on that one. Here is Yendry Rojas as he comes in and takes a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Rojas. That is right there, fouled behind the backstop, and the count now at 0-2. Well, Ben Gelman will officially be in Wichita, and that is right there. Called third strike as he swung after it, and that will be the side retired. 9-1-2 due up for the bottom half of the 6th inning. That is Lavastida, Bastidas, and Baez. We'll round it out for Corpus Christi when we get started for that home half of the 6th. Brian Lavastida starts it off, and Corpus Christi leading this one 4-2. Now set to go for the bottom of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi right now on the Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And, yep, Frisco and Arkansas fixing to get their game going there at All-American Ballpark. And so far, we are just about set to go for the last half of the 6th inning. 9-1-2. That will go. Brian Lavastida will face off Omar Cruz. And here's the windup. The pitch, that is a curveball down and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, that is a high fly out of play. And the count now 1-1. Got a lot of fans here in Corpus Christi. A lot from San Antonio, too, from last night. They come in and, yes, wear their jerseys as well, supporting San Antonio.
Second baseman, Jesus.
Well, the leadoff batter, second baseman, Jesus Bastidas coming in. Ready to go, and hit the windup and the pitch. That is a inside strike. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That is chopped foul. The count now 0-2. Down a 0-2 count. Pretty good ball game here for Corpus Christi. They're up 4-2 in the bottom of 6. Nobody on, 1 away here in this one. And here's the pitch. And that is fouled. We're still hanging on there. Here's the 0-2. And they'll chop that one foul. We're still hanging on in that one. And the pitch. That's a liner, and that's going to be a fair ball. Around first, going to second. He's going to have a stand-up double. And that one is for Whataburger for the fans in Corpus Christi. Looks baseball in this one. And, yep, it looked like that was a fair ball. And, yeah, right there. Right on side the line. That was a pretty good fair ball right there. That awards him a second base. Here is Luis Baez as he comes in, and he'll take a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. So pretty good right. It gets ready to go on that. And that is going to be lofted high in the air, deep to left field. That is gone. And Corpus Christi by Luis Baez, the first home run of the day, gets going on that one. Now they will lead 6-2. 382, 96 mile per hour in the exit velocity. And yeah, that will make the fans come in happy. Well, we are about ready to go for a pitching change here for San Antonio, as that will do for the starter Omar Cruz. Even though we do a half game in this makeup.
Now pitching for San Antonio.
And now we'll have a left-hander, Jason Blanchard, coming in.
Blanchard.
As he is ready to go for San Antonio in this one. Well, here is the next batter up, Luis Encarnacion, as he'll come in. He'll take an inside strike. The count now 0-1. 2 for 3. He doubled and singled through this half of the ball game, but evidently other half in San Antonio as well. Well, that's going to be right there. Salas will have it. Castagnon gets it. And there's two
Now
down.
batting, the left fielder, Zach Daniel.
Well, that'll bring up Zach Daniels. He comes in. Left fielder Daniels getting ready to go. And the pitch. That's a high fly in the air. Cedeno gets it. And that is the third and final out here in this bottom half of 6. Luis Baez picks up 2 more, and so far that will pretty much put the cap on that one to end the 6th inning. 7th inning coming up for San Antonio. Corpus Christi leading 6-2. We're back here after this as Norwillian Cedeno leads it off for the 7th inning for San Antonio. We're back after this. We now head to the 7th inning here for Corpus Christi, right now on the Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Nerwillian Cedeno coming in now as we lead off the top of the 7th for San Antonio. The pitch, and that's going to be right there. Line drive up the left field. Cedeno's getting through for a base hit, and that is pretty good. He rounds first, going to second. He's got a stand-up double, and that means everybody in San Antonio gets those coupons for free Whataburger. That double meat cheeseburger is everybody's. Whataburger hot and fresh 24/7. And a pretty good one at that. Just absolutely love how that is. Well, anyway, Frisco and Arkansas about ready to go. They're doing the starting lineups for their game there at All-American Ballpark in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Leo Dallas DeVries coming in. And he's going to hit that one straight away. And that looks like it's going to get down, and it will. And he's going for it. And that's a leadoff RBI triple. Wow.
The left fielder, Albert Fabian.
Well, Corpus Christi leading 3 in this ball game, but San Antonio trailing the 3. So pretty good right there. That'll bring the leadoff batter up for San Antonio. Here is Albert Fabian. Fabian comes in and takes a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. Walk and a run by the left fielder for San Antonio. So yeah, I've pretty much decided that we'll be here to do 2 back-to-back games today. This one will be half a split from San Antonio. And then we'll have our big full game and stuff. One right there, and that's going to be up to the wall. Here comes a runner, and that's a sacrifice right there, and that'll put San Antonio back to a deficit of 2. Well, that'll bring up Ethan Salas, the San Antonio catcher. And a pitch. And that's going to be right there. That's ground ball to short. Right to first. They get him by a step, and there's 2 down. Well, Joshua Mears coming in as we're set to go. Mears getting ready. Blake Wyman in the windup. And that's an inside strike. The count now 0-1. As he comes in and walking a run is 0 for 2 of the evening. 5:34 here in the top of the 7th inning. So far we will have our other game coming up, and just a big crowd expected to come. Post-game fireworks after the second game. Lean off a 3 here in Corpus Christi. That is right there out of play. The count now at 0-2. Well, split half in this one, and so far San Antonio doing pretty good, but evidently trailing this game by 2 runs. That one high in the air up to the left center field area, and that will pretty much do it for this one. Is retired. Well, 2 runs come in across the score on a 2 base hits. No errors, and they leave nobody on. Bottom of 7, Corpus Christi leading at 6-4. And third baseman Cam Smith will lead it off in the bottom of 7 when we come back. All right, bottom half of the seventh inning, set to go for Corpus Christi. And we're about ready to go here in this one. Well, thank you, Bob. Cam Smith, the third baseman, coming in. As we are about ready to go for the Hooks half of inning number 7. That's an inside strike. And the count now at 0-1. And the pitch, that's going to be a liner straight away up to right field. That's a base hit. So pretty good on that one. Comes in, delivers in a base hit here in this half inning. Well, this ball club for the Houston Astros leading 6-4 against San Diego Padres AA team San Antonio. That one high in the air up to the center field area. And that is the first out right there.
The center fielder, number 6, Zach Cole.
Well, that'll bring up Zach Cole. His 1-for-2 double and RBI. Ground ball would end this half inning. And that is going to be out of play, foul. So the count now at 0-1. No balls, one strike. The pitch, swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The count now to Zach Cole. And that is going to be popped out of play. And it's 0-2. Well, I'm guessing we should be finished by 6:30, but we'll have another broadcast of Corpus Christi Hooks baseball right after this one. It'll be a 9-inning game with the completion of this one from July 3rd. And that is right there. Strike 3 got him. Cole taking.
The batter, number 1.
Blanchard takes Cole out on strike 3, swinging. Here is shortstop Chase Jaworski as he comes in. He's 0-for-2, a walk and a run. And the pitch, that one's right there, high in the air. Right fielder Campbell cuts it off, and that will do it. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left for Corpus Christi. We head to the 8th. And the Hooks have it in front, 6-4.
Now
we'll have a right-hander come in as he'll do the pitch relieving in this one when we come back.